Ladies and gentlemen, everybody is here. Some people are from Mars. Men are from Mars. Women are from Venus. It's all good. We always like to have a good time, guys. Kevin, welcome from Option Swing. But everything that we're going to talk about tonight is very serious to us. We're going to try to give you as much information as we can in the next hour, hour and a half, as long as we're here. So that being said, I'm going to turn it over to Peter. He will introduce himself. Peter will then turn it back to me, probably about 8:30, a quarter to 9 by the time he finishes with his introduction. And then we're going to hear from Dan from Trade Zero. First thing we're going to talk about, guys, because we always get a lot of questions about this, is how do I open an account? Where do I go to open up an account, right? We always ask people for questions when we come here. I have a list of 500 questions in front of me, okay? And a lot of them, how do I get started? Never mind how do I get started trading, but how do we get started with an account? So Peter, go ahead, take it away. Introduce yourself. Tell everybody what you do. And nobody does it better than Peter.
Woo! Thanks, guys. Thank you, everyone. Dan, welcome. David, welcome. I am Tuchman. I'm the Einstein of Wall Street. I welcome you all here tonight. So look, David Green and I, we have the Wall Street Global Trading Academy. You know who we are. You've been with us before on webinars and whatnot. Tonight is going to be super, super special. I don't need to tell you a whole long song and dance about who I am. It's pretty much out there. You want to know more about me? DM me. Call me at 2 a.m. I'll probably be up. And David Green, who's been my friend, my mentor, my teacher. We came to Wall Street together in 1985, and we've been together since. In 2020, we decided to curate a course to try and teach and embrace and really engage the new young. Some call you degenerates. We call you the next generation of investors in this world. So we're here to help you learn how to navigate this market successfully. That's our goal. That's our motivation. As David said, look, there are a lot of questions, and I know people are going to get sort of impatient and whatnot. They want to get right to the technical analysis and this and that. This webinar is going to have a little bit of a different feeling to it. We do a lot of webinars. You have a lot of time to find out about technical analysis and what we teach. David and I are available, but tonight we want to do something different. We have a huge global community now that has engaged us, and they want to find out, how do I open up an account? How do I actually get in there and trade? And there are a lot of rules around pattern day trading and a lot of things, and not everybody has $25,000 to open up a trading account. So we've decided, we met Mr. Dan Pipitone through a young lady, the Humble Trader, who I think is going to stop in and say hi to us today. We did some fun things on YouTube. Dan will tell you about him. He runs T0. That is a broker dealer out of Canada that we're going to collaborate with, and we're going to give you guys a platform and give you the information you need to open up accounts. That has been one of the biggest traders, biggest problems and biggest questions. Once that's said and done, I'm going to pass to David. He's going to share a little bit about him, and then we're going to give Dan the floor, and Dan's going to really lay out the groundwork, show you their platform, tell you what you need to do to engage them, and that's going to be the beginning. And then you've got David and me. I can motivate a dead person. So, even if you're sleeping, I'll wake you up. And then David is one of the great technicians in the space, and we're going to try and give you as much as we can, dropping some knowledge about technical analysis, risk management. Tonight's going to be a little bit different. You're not going to get a whole, 100-hour course in an hour and a half to us tonight. Just bear with us. We really want you to spend a lot of time getting to know Dan, getting to know T0, and then we're going to drop some knowledge about how to take what you get from Dan and open up an account. And now you've been invited to this party. We want you to be successful. So I'm going to pitch it back to Dave. Dave's going to pitch it to Dan, and we'll get started. Giddy up.
I love this. Look at Caesar's comment, everybody. And this is why we do what we do, okay? And we get comments like this from people in emails, and sometimes it brings a tear to my eye. It really does. Caesar just said, "Thank you, David, for all your teaching in the courses. You have changed my life." We get that a lot, guys and girls, both me and Peter. Nick says it's a game changer. For those of you who don't know me, I've been trading for 35 years. Excuse me, I'm getting a little choked up. I had no idea before this class. I've been trading for 35 years. I worked on the Florida, New York Stock Exchange with Peter. We started in 1736, and I retired at the end of 1999. So we've been doing this a long time, right? This is the only thing I've ever done in my whole life. I've been a trader since I'm 23 years old. I am now 28. So I've been doing this for about 5 years. Now I'm doing this for 35 years, guys and girls. What we have put together, and anyone who's in, I have two things. I have my private trading room where I trade live with all of my traders from 8:30 in the morning till 4 o'clock. That's something that we can talk about a little bit down the line. And then, of course, we have curated our course, which we have made as affordable as we can for anybody. It's 10 hours of material. We mentor you for life. When anyone buys our course, you come with us on every Thursday night. How do I get in the private trading room? Hardik, we're going to talk about it. I'm going to give you guys something very, very special later on, and we'll talk about getting into my room and all that stuff. Don't worry about it right now. So I have been day trading since I left the Florida Stock Exchange at the end of 1999. So I started day trading for myself in 2000 and very quickly lost myself a couple of $100,000. And here is someone who all I've done my whole life is trade, but I was one of those traders that bought something and kept buying it when it went down and kept buying more when it went down. I had no idea what technical analysis was. I would stay in something until I couldn't take the pain anymore, get out of it. That was usually the bottom, which we've all been through, right? Whenever we're in a really, really bad trade and we finally get out of it, when you feel like throwing up, it's usually a spot where you should be doubling and tripling up. But guess what? We deserve it because we shouldn't have been in that trade to begin with, right? So it took me the better part of 2 years to come up with the technical analysis that we use now. Guys, we do not have the Holy Grail, okay? Nobody does. If you see somebody out there that tells you to make money all the time and only post winning trades that you see, chances are that they're full of shit, okay? Good traders have losing trades, and having a losing trade doesn't mean you're a bad trader. How you execute those trades does. So a couple of things that we're going to talk about after Dan. We're going to get into some technical analysis. I want to try to give you as much information as we can tonight. I want to talk about trade management and money management because that is why most people fail. Look, you know, Dan has over 30, 40, 50,000 members in at Trade Zero. And the secret to that, guys, is not just opening up a trading account, but keeping people and keeping those accounts open. So we got to teach them how to do this, and we got to teach them how to do it the right way. So we will get to some technical analysis. We will get to some trade management and money management, okay? I'm going to turn it over to Dan in a minute. Let's keep, guys, to keep this going in the right direction, only post questions about what Dan is talking about, and then each section that we talk about, we'll post questions about that. I will give everybody a little time at the end of the night to talk about whatever you want to talk about, okay? That we will do. But when we start with Dan in a minute or so, let's just have questions about the accounts and stuff like that. I will interrupt them and ask questions because I'm really curious about this whole thing, right? I want to learn about this too, okay? Let me just see that one question. What's that one question, Matt, that I'll answer before we get going?
How do you trade foreign exchange professionally, then lose your money day trading? Asks Alejandro.
All right, listen, here's the gig, guys. Day trading, short-term trading is all about putting the odds in our favor, okay? The way we put the odds in our favor is with money management, it is with trade management, and it's with technical analysis. I have people in my room that trade 10 shares of stock when they're learning how to do this, and I have people in my trading room that make 7 figures doing this, okay? It is work. This is not an easy thing to do. We're going to get into that. I want Dan to get going here. Will I talk about trading psychology? Yes, that is the most important part of trading. All right, without further ado, let's get Mr. Dan Pipitone in here, and he will start talking to you about Trade Zero and accounts, and let's stick our questions to that. Guys, we will stay here a little longer tonight. Don't worry, we'll get through everything. All right, Dan, all yours, my friend.
Peter, David, thank you so much. A little bit of background, folks. I had the pleasure of meeting Peter on the floor about a month and a half ago. I had seen him operate there a bunch of times, but never had the gumption to go up to him and say hi. But we met through this mutual connection, Humble Trader, and I'm real thankful for that. The boys invited me to a webinar. It was about a month ago. And being totally transparent, I thought I would come. I would show face, show that I came to the webinar and, you know, check that box. But as the boys started doing their thing and talking, not only did I stay till, I think, 9 o'clock, but I also bought the package. And this is coming from somebody who has been doing this for a good part of my life and my career. I learned a lot from David and Peter. And I think that, you know, I'm really excited to be working with them because I do think that they bring a ton of value to what it is they do. I think the way that they do it is not only approachable, but it's easy to understand, and they deliver it with passion. So all that being said, I'm excited to be here. I want to thank you guys both for inviting us and having us. And I'm looking forward to a long and fruitful partnership that's mutually beneficial, not only for us, but also hopefully for everyone who's attended here today. Any of our customers or traders who are thinking about buying the program, I'm a buyer myself. Okay, that's all I can tell you. And there's no bigger stamp of approval. That being said, we're excited to talk to some of your audience tonight, guys, about what it is we do and how we kind of differentiate ourselves against other brokers. I know that there are a lot of choices out there, guys, and we are doing our honest best to put out the best product that really empowers traders to hopefully give them the tools, the access, and the abilities to be successful. We are of the opinion that a broker dealer should not stand in the way of someone in their trade. So whether you're a long bias trader or you're a short bias trader, who are we to tell you which direction to go? That being said, part of our MO and our real sweet spot and key differentiator is how we facilitate trading on the short side. And I'm going to get into our platform right now, give you guys a 10-minute walkthrough of what it is that we do, spending some time on our key differentiator. I can show you the website, how to open accounts, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
Dan, let me interrupt you for 1 minute.
Please.
Okay, guys, there might be some people out here who don't know what shorting a stock is, right? So one thing very important to understand about trading is we can buy stocks and make money, and we can short stocks and make money. Shorting a stock is just the opposite side of the same trade. When we buy a stock, we want it to go up so that we make money. And when we short a stock, we want it to go down when we make money. So I just wanted to clear that up because there might be people in here who don't know what shorting is. Shorting is one of the hardest things to understand for a beginning trader, right? And a lot of people are afraid to short. Guys, I love being short stocks. I love it. It's my favorite thing to do because I can tell you what, usually stocks take the escalator up and the elevator down. And when you get in a short position and it's going your way, it's a beautiful thing. So I just wanted everyone to be aware of that. Go ahead, Dan. Sorry.
Awesome. Thanks for that clarification. And yeah, sometimes I get ahead of myself in respect to who our audience is. So I'm going to share my screen. Dave, you good? You can see?
Not yet.
Not yet. We got the,
It says, Dan, there you go. Beautiful.
Okay. Awesome. All right, guys. So this is our flagship product. This is called Zero Pro. Trade Zero, we offer 4 different front-end platforms. Everyone gets access to the mobile app, which I'm very proud of. New version hitting the app stores. It's in approval today, so it should be there tomorrow. We have our desktop version, which you're looking at now. We have 2 flavors that you can access via your web browser, which are totally platform agnostic. They just run inside the browser. Our flagship Zero Pro is a Windows downloadable install, so you need to be running Windows to run the software. This is our flagship because it has the most features, most functionality, and really right now I'm showing it to you guys on one screen, but a typical use case, is 2 to 4 monitors. This thing is spread out with, 6 level 2 screens, 10 charts, et cetera, et cetera. We don't limit you in any way in terms of the number of symbols or windows that you can watch and open on this platform. That's really limited by, internet speeds, processors, et cetera, et cetera. The platform has all of the tools, all of the windows that you would expect to see in a professional grade trading system. Everything from your watch list, where you can put in your list of symbols, where you can watch them, update tick for tick in real time. They're also color coded, reds down, greens up. You have your news window, where you're looking at not only topical headlines about the symbol, but also any other relevant news stories that you can pull up and read a full text of. Benzinga is our news provider. We bring in a bunch of different feeds from them. They're also a news consolidator. One of the feeds that I really love using myself is the Benzinga Why Is It Moving feed. So that is something that you can just drop down. You can select that channel on our news window. And in a headline, they tell you why the stock's moving, right? Many times we're looking at something, scratching our heads like, why is this thing moving so quickly up or down? You go to Yahoo Finance or typical places, and you sort into 3 or 4 different news stories. You still don't understand why. So the Why Is It
Dan,
Moving
can I
feed,
interrupt you for 1 second?
please.
Is the Benzinga thing something that you have to purchase?
It's included. Everything
Okay.
that I'm showing you guys today, this platform retails for $59 a month. It includes all of the exchange fees, and our platinum subscribers, those that are trading with 50K or more, don't pay for the platform. Tonight, everyone who's watching this webinar who does subsequently open an account, they will, regardless of account size, will receive the platform free for the next 3 months to
Wow.
really kick the tires, try it out, and give us some feedback. So news window, our level 2, basically your market depth. It also is our order entry. This is the one that allows you to buy, sell, short, cover. It also allows you to cancel your last order. On the left-hand side of level 2, show you all of your bids. On the right-hand side shows you all of your offers. So the bids are participants that are buying. The right-hand side of the offers are those of participants who are selling. The right-hand side of the window is giving us our time and sales, showing us all prints that are happening. Everything is color-coded, green at the ask, red at the bid. If you're seeing it in white, that's a trade that's happening in between the bid and the ask. Comes with a full charting suite. Dave, while not as robust as Thinkorswim, I've considered those guys the gold standard, but we're actively working on it to get there. The charts are very robust, tons of functionality, flexibility, lots of indicators, lots of drawing objects. All of the trades are shown on your chart. You can bring in things like VWAP, yesterday's closing price, and also an indication of what your average price on your position will show up in the right-hand column here of the charts.
All right, Dan, one sec. We have a
Please.
couple of questions there that Matt, can you read the couple of questions pertaining to this, please?
Yeah, absolutely. So Michael asked real quick, is this Windows only or is this eligible for a Chromebook?
This platform is Windows only. I'm going to quickly take you guys through to one of our web platforms, which is obviously runs in the browser, will run on a Chromebook. It's a great question. The real differentiation between the flagship and the web is the number of symbols that you can watch and also the customization of the layout. So while this platform does give you a little bit of flexibility in terms of how you can arrange windows in a 2-column fashion, the desktop version allows you to do whatever you want, right? There's no limitation in number of symbols. So in order to run the flagship, you need a Mac. You need a Windows platform. If you're running a Mac, you can run something like Parallels PC, which is a Windows emulation platform, which would allow you to install Zero Pro. So great question, but this is Windows only what I'm showing you guys.
Okay, Matt. We got another one.
You mind if we take one or two more? Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Absolutely. All right. So Oscar asks, is this user friendly for new traders?
I would say that this is probably not the product I would start with as a new trader. I would probably opt for our free version. So this is what we call Zero Free. All of the platforms that we include, including the one that we give out for free. So if you're someone who's just starting out, forget about paying for a platform, go with the free version. You're going to have access to the mobile. On all platforms, you're getting real-time streaming level 1 market data. Means you're getting every bid, ask, trade update. You're getting charts. You're getting access to the news. You're also getting access to all of the shorts, whether it be on the mobile, the web, or the desktop. All of the windows give you the ability to facilitate your short sales, which I'm gonna cover that in a second.
Okay, my thing to even look, to me, guys, the most important thing is being able to have your market maker up there and execute trades. All right. I recommend for everybody to use Thinkorswim for charting if you can. It doesn't cost anything. It's free. It's what we all use. But to me, when I'm trading on whatever platform I'm trading on, I need to have the bids and ask up, which is the market makers, which we can see on the left-hand side of the screen, right? And I need to, when I get into trade, something to show me where I got into trade and how much money I'm making and how much money I'm losing. Okay, so that's the most important thing. So when, as far as it being for a beginner or not, you really only need to have your market maker up there and your P&L. Like if you look down, Dan, where is the, if you got into a position, where would it show up? Down here?
This is a portfolio window, which I'm going to get into a
Perfect.
position in a minute, and I'll show you. But this is the window that tracks all the P&L, open, close positions, all that stuff. Overall
Perfect.
account statistics, overall P&L, etc.
Yeah, so, I wouldn't be afraid of this version is what I'm saying, Dan. I wouldn't be afraid
Listen,
of this
I wouldn't
version.
be
It's
afraid.
fine.
It's not something to be afraid of. Listen, you guys are the teachers, right? I'm showing you guys a layout that really covers the bases of the platform. But you're right, David. You don't need to have all this up here, right? You can have a chart, your level 2, your portfolio window, and hopefully your short window as well. And that's really all you need,
Yeah,
So you're right.
What I'm concerned about and what everybody should be concerned about a trader is execution. That's what you should be concerned about.
Yes.
That's the most important thing, right? We can put charts up and everything else. couple of people in my room use Benzinga News. That's a great thing to have because
Awesome.
sometimes they get stuff before anybody else does.
Yep.
And you can actually trade off that. But you
Great
don't need all
service.
the fancy bells and whistles, guys. All right,
So,
Matt, I think
Somebody just asked, Enos Mitchell asked, he said that David recommended this yesterday and he went out and got it, Dan. And he's having a little bit trouble. He's a new trader and he wanted to know, is there a tutorial to help him go through the beginning, the setting up all his stuff and understanding all the different parts?
There are multiple videos in our client portal, so you can access those at any time. There are probably 50, 60 videos in there. Our live chat is staffed 24/7. So if you guys have any questions on the website, we're there answering them as we speak. And you can call us from 6 to 6 every day. We're here to help
And,
you guys.
Dan, can you post that in the room?
I will.
Post that in the room. So anyone who just signed up, I know Entz just signed up, just took our class, just signed up for the room, and boom, he's already opened an account with you guys, which is beautiful. But Entz, I want you to be comfortable. Dan will post where to go to right now, and you'll be able to go get some help there. Okay.
Guys,
This webinar is being recorded, guys. For anyone who has to leave for any reason, a copy of this will be available. Okay.
Guys, just so everyone knows, anybody who David and I collaborate with, and we're really highlighting Dan on this, are highly involved in customer service. That is the differentiator. That's the differentiator with David and I as we coach and mentor people who take our course, and now with T0. We would not be introducing to you and getting you an offer for the free platform and then 3 months free for the platinum platform if we did not have confidence that everybody who's new, everybody's from another country who may be having trouble with the language or understanding trading or their charts or whatever, could not get 24 hours a day, the service they need, the customer service they need and everything. Dan will make sure, trust me. He just said that there are tons of videos in the archives there that will help you. They've got customer service lines open. So that's why we're introducing you to this platform and to Dan. I promise you'll get what you want.
Thanks,
All right, guys. A few people asking me about, is this going to be recorded? Yes. Roman, when will this be available for people? To see the recording. I think we'll have it available.
24 hours. Yeah, 24 hours will be on our website.
24 hours from now, guys, it'll be on the Wall Street Global Trading Academy website. Okay. Now we've interrupted Dan a lot here.
Not at all. This is good. I got a lot of good content in the chat. And once I'm done with my spiel, I'll be happy to answer questions in the chat and just keep them coming. So watch list, news, level 2, we talked about the charts we touched on. What I'm really proud of is our short facilitation window, our short locator. Myself and one of my partners who is a developer, we have a patent pending on this innovation on both the business process and also the technology behind it. We have created the world's first and only locates marketplace where you can facilitate short sales by bringing in a short locate, do your short sale, do your cover. When you no longer need the locate, we're giving you the facility to sell that locate back to the next trader or customer that wants to short those same shares. So I'm going to walk you guys through a process here. Before I do, let me just take a page out of David's book.
Explain a little bit about a
Yes.
short.
So as Dave mentioned, short sale is a strategy where you're looking to profit on a downward stock movement, shorting it at a price of X and hopefully buying it back at a price of X minus something. So you're looking for the stock to go down, buy it at a cheaper price. That delta between where you sold it, where you bought it back is your profit. There are many stocks like Apple or Microsoft or IBM, for example, that are all going to be easy to borrow. These are stocks that you can just load up on your system and press the short button. Easy. However, there are many stocks out there on a daily basis that are not easy to borrow and not on the broker's easy to borrow list. So if you're working with a broker that does allow shorting, Robinhood does not, for example, then that firm has an easy to borrow list, and they also have stocks that are not easy to borrow. So if we look at our level 2 here, our depth window, this is Bed Bath & Beyond, tons of action in the stock today.
Yeah, guys, we traded the shit out of that today. I'll show you in a little while.
Awesome. So, I mean, look, a low of 22.5, and now it's trading at 1960, a high of $30 today. So if you shorted this thing anywhere in the 20s, you're sitting pretty right now. On our platform, in the upper left-hand corner, next to where you type in the symbol, there's a little red LR. What that stands for is locate required. For example, a stock like Tesla, that green S means that it's easy to borrow. You can just short it, just push the button. However, on Bed Bath & Beyond, if I were to just place the short button, it's going to say it's hard to borrow. Do you want to request a locate for 100 shares? I'm going to hit yes. Instantly, I am returned back with a quote of 6.97 cents to access 100 shares of BBBY. Excuse me, 6.97 cents per share, $6.97 to get access to the 100 shares of Bed Bath & Beyond. I'm going to accept. Notice what's happened. On my platform, it went from a red LR to now showing me that I have 100 shares available of a total 100 located. If I go and I put out a short order, let's put in a limit at 1965, and I'm going to put this in the after hours. Let me press my short button, recap of the order. Yes. Okay. So I now have a live order out on bet. Order was executed. I'm filled. So I shorted that stock, and look right now, I have 0 available out of 100, which means if I press the short button again, I need to locate another 100 shares. I don't want to do that right now. So let's say that, I shorted the stock. I am done with it, whatever. I lost a little bit of money. I'm going to cover it now. I'm just going to lose some money here. I'm going to press my cover button. Yes. I've lost a total of $3. Now,
well played, Dan.
Ha, now you can sell that locate back.
I'm still getting filled. I only got filled on 21 shares as it moved away from me. So let me cover my balance.
Ladies and gentlemen, obviously what we're trying to show you here is the accessibility and the ease with which it is to borrow stocks, okay, that you may want to short, making a bet that the stock will go down. We know the market does not just go up anymore. The market has had a bit of a time of going down. Individual stocks, indices like the SPY and whatnot, a lot of people feel this market is going down a lot more. A lot of people you're seeing on a day-to-day basis, whether it's earning related, meme related or whatnot, stocks go up 20, 30%, they go down 20, 30%. We want to make it easy for you to make money in a stock going up and or down. David always says that adds 50% to the amount of time that you can make money trading this market and or losing. We know we don't win all the time, okay? But that's the bottom line. Ahmed, I hope look, anybody can do what they wish. We're not here to tell you what to do. We want to make it easy for you to do what you would like to do. That's what we do. Dan, it's your call.
All right, so Dan,
great.
now
one last thing, Dave.
Sell that
Here
to
comes the
somebody else.
magic, fellas. Here comes the secret sauce. I got my 100 shares in my inventory. I see that I'm long 100 locates, BBBY. I press my credit button. Wow, that was fast.
So someone else bought that?
Someone else just bought that from me. Hold on. Someone else just bought that from me, and I recouped $2.40 on that sale.
Okay, so it cost you $6 to do.
It cost me $6.97 to do, and I recouped about 30% of that back on the sell back.
Right, and you really recouped it all. If you would have made money on the trade, you would have recouped all your money and got the credit.
Correct. And the key thing here, guys, is that the short locate sell back ability, I'll do another one, is...
Can you put up Sava, Dan?
Sava, sure.
Because I know that was not shortable for us today. Let's see if you had it. I don't even know. Hard to borrow, right?
2.919 cents, David.
Okay, I just wanted to say that's fine.
2.1 cents per share. So this is how everything. So you see, guys, I just actually sold that BWV and recouped $3.10 on that. So this is a really powerful platform. The advantage of being able to sell shares back to the next trade zero customer that wants to short that stock is a key differentiator. Putting money back in your pocket is obviously adds to the P&L, adds to the abilities of a trader, and positions trader to be potentially more profitable.
That is, guys, that is a huge asset. Okay, because a lot of times, very rarely do I see it on Interactive Brokers, but it happens occasionally. Sava, I was salivating to short it today, and same thing with BBY. We didn't have available to short, Sava got up to $35, went down 10 points, and BBY got up to $30 and went down 11 points. So it would have been nice to have access to those shares to short, especially when you're getting paid to do it if you make money, or it's not costing you anything to do. Does anybody have a question about this? I know it's a little confusing. All right.
There's the
So let's say, Ents, you short 1,000 shares. All right. You borrow 1,000 shares and it cost you $10, let's just say. Okay. And you short 1,000 shares. Let's say you buy that back and you make 10 cents on it. You made $100. Now you're short on what you borrowed. And now the next person that comes along will buy that back from you, the short, and it won't have cost you anything to do. Right, Dan?
That's right. That's right.
Cost you nothing. Okay.
We've even seen situations, fellas, where many times during the day, especially in the morning when supply is plentiful, stuff may start at a half a penny or 6/10 of a penny. But as the stock gets harder to source during the day, we see these things go up to 3-4 cents. So if you're someone who bought it in a half a penny, we've actually seen people profit just on the recycling of the locate. An unintended consequence, but we see it all the time.
I mean, there's probably something to that when stocks, if you could have got Sava in the morning for whatever, like 2 cents, probably an hour later, it was probably 5 or 6 cents when it was really
happens
going
all the
up.
time.
So there's probably a way to make money doing that. I don't want anyone to do that, but
No. Focus on the trading. Just saying, these tools, these features really help people to, be better, especially if they're short seller traders.
So, Dan, I saw a few questions on, and this is mega important, execution.
Yes.
When we put a limit order out to buy something, are we getting filled when it trades at that price? Does it have to be below the price? You know what I mean?
That's a great
mega
question.
important.
And I'm going to talk you guys through a little bit of, some routing stuff. The way that the exchanges have typically worked over the years is the one who shows up at a price first gets done first. First in, first out. However, as institutions are involved, the dynamics changed a bit where the person who had the biggest size at the NBBO, they were given better consideration for those trades. So many times us as individual traders who are clicking buttons remotely and stuff like that, you're never going to beat the algos and the exchanges who have their computers right next to the exchanges computers, where when the price moves, they're there in microseconds, not milliseconds, microseconds. So it's very hard to compete against that. However, enter the New York Stock Exchange. The New York Stock Exchange, in their wisdom, over the last 2 years have had a front row seat, witnessed the explosion in retail trading, the appetite for folks to now start, interacting with the capital markets. They have created a whole different pricing and execution method for those members, of which Trades of America is a member of the New York Stock Exchange, that have access to types of quality execution that up until a year and a half ago, only the big boys, the Citadels, the Virtus, the GTSs of the world had. That is something called parity. So with parity, if you're a New York Stock Exchange member and you send an order out, in your example, if we got a stock 10 by 1001, and you put that order out at $10, our smart router for listed stocks, we're going to route to the New York Stock Exchange. The reason is at $10, the orders of our clients, because we're a member, we're representing their order to the New York Stock Exchange. The New York Stock Exchange says that whenever there is volume coming in at the bid price, there is a percentage of those shares trading at the bid that they're going to allocate across orders represented by members, regardless of the time that they showed up at that price. So by being a member, it's one of the reasons why I was really enamored about, being a member of the New York Stock Exchange, not only ringing the bell, but also being able to offer parity to our traders. We cater to the active trader. Execution is everything, guys. We have been obligated by the Securities Exchange Commission a couple years ago to publish on our website what's called a 606 report. What the 606 report says is when we do our smart routing, we as broker dealers do our smart routing, where are those orders going and how much are we making? You can go on our website right now. You will see on our 606 report Our blended average in terms of monetization on payment for order flow is in the 60 cents range. Our buddies over at Robinhood, $2.60. Where do you guys think that those $2.60 are coming from? They're coming from the quality in which the orders are filled in between the bid and the ask price. So
Dan,
because we focus, so one sec, we focus on the active trader, those fractions of a pennies that we see on the price improved executions mean everything.
Okay, so Dan, I put in a bid at 1950. If it trades at 1949, I'm getting filled, aren't I?
Of course.
All right, that's all I wanted to know. So the
Okay.
execution is good.
now let
But
me
guys,
ask you,
remember, we don't execute. We send orders to
Got it.
venues for execution.
and
Guys,
look,
about-
I will co-sign what Dan is saying because that's why I'm still on the floor of the stock exchange. Priority and parity are what the NYSE offers, right? You
Yes.
don't look when you send an order through a lot of other venues, you get on a long queue. If there's a bid, if you're trading against the bid, right? We're not necessarily talking about what David does sometimes, but if you're sitting on the bid in a stock, you end up standing in line like you're doing it for a long, bad movie, right? If you're on the floor of the stock exchange executed by a broker dealer, once 100 shares trades, you will be participating in every trade. I want to jump into one thing, which is a question everyone's asking by all of the people who are on this call who are abroad, Dan, is this a platform that people abroad from Abu Dhabi to Nigeria, Ghana, and Ecuador can get access to trade U.S. equities? Is it available for
Yes, it
somebody
is.
from
So-
Sweden? Go ahead.
Globally, not if you're in a block jurisdiction like North Korea or Iran. Unfortunately, we can't help you, or Russia these days. But outside of those block jurisdictions, you can come to our website, www.tradezero.com. You'll arrive at the US version. You can click this little flag. If you are outside of the US, you want to see if you're a Canadian, we have a broker dealer up in Toronto. We recently became members of IROC, launched March 1st. Love our Canadians. We're facilitating access to the US equities and options markets, trading equities from 4 a.m. to 8 p.m. with the same abilities on the shorting for our Canadian and
Okay,
international
so everyone,
folks.
someone asked in Sweden, someone asked in Colombia, someone asked in Nigeria. All these people can contact you, Dan,
Happy to have
and
them.
open an account from living in their country to be able to trade equities in the US.
And wait, it gets better. Because if you're outside of the country and you're opening an account with our international BD out of the Bahamas or TradeZero Canada, you need to open your account with only $500. We're going to give you margin, 4-to-1 in the international, 3-to-1 in Canada, and you're going to be able to day trade or trade as many times as you want with that money. In the international offering, if you open with $2,500, we're going to give you 6-to-1 intraday leverage. Here in the States, we're a U.S. broker dealer, registered, regulated by FINRA SEC. The pattern day trading rules exist. So if you don't maintain 25,000, you're limited to doing 3 round trip trades in any 5 trading day period.
Okay, so everyone,
All right, so
be
guys-
clear, ladies and gentlemen. If you are in a foreign country, this will work for you
Yes.
going to TradeZero in Toronto. If you are from Ecuador, but you live in New York City, it's not going to work. We're sorry. That doesn't work. So let's be clear.
Correct.
One of the reasons we're doing this with Dan is a lot of our community, David's and mine, are from people from around the world trying to get access to the US and who don't have $25,000 to open up a trading account here. That's one of the great benefits of TradeZero.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to give you like 5 more, and then we want to get into some technical analysis.
Basically,
me-
guys, I gave you
Dan,
high level.
One
Go ahead.
sec. Just let me say another thing, guys. I want to explain to you guys what buying power is, okay? And what you'll be able to actually trade. So if you're opening an account with $500 out of the country, and we're giving what, 4-to-1 on that, Dan?
Yes, Canada 3-to-1.
So you have $2,000 to trade with at any point during the day. It's going to be very difficult to trade stocks doing that. All right. You may be, can we do fractional shares, Dan? Is that possible?
No,
too,
no
or
fractionals. Nope.
No fractional shares.
All shares
let's make this very clear, guys. If you open up an account with $500 and you have $2,000 in buying power, you're going to be very limited at the amount of stocks that you can trade. You know, it depends on price and stuff, but you only have $2,000 to play with. That's a great question. Can we do options with that $2,000, Dan?
Options are cash only. So no, there's no margin on options trading.
Options are usually cash only everywhere, guys.
Yeah.
Just so you know that. Options are
Although,
always,
you know, if you're doing options like a levered ETF or something like that, you do get some bang for your buck there, but there's no leverage on the contracts themselves.
Hardeep, real quick, leverage just means the amount of money that you'll have to that you'll be able to trade with during the day based on whatever you put in. Okay?
It's like a multiplier to your cash balance.
Correct. Correct.
Okay,
Look, the
but
bottom line, guys, is you probably, to be an active trader, you need at least between $5,000 and $10,000. Let's
so
just
with
call it like
$2,500,
That's what you
Dave,
need,
you can do it though,
right?
right? But,
So if you
yeah.
were to put 2,500 in foreign and you have 10 grand to trade with during the day, you're okay. You can buy
You're okay.
100 shares, 200 shares of most of the stocks.
And actually with 2,500, you'd actually have 15K offshore.
There you go. There you go. Look,
There you
it's
go.
very hard with anyone to put $500 or $1,000 in any account, guys, bottom line, and trade for anybody. It's just not realistic, okay? You'd be trading such little amounts that it'd just be very, very difficult to do. So we explained the leverage part. Dan, real quick, fees, are there fees that we charge for trades or per trades or any of that
So
stuff?
in the US, the fee schedule is any stock above $1 is free. Doesn't matter if it's 4 a.m., 7:30 p.m., it's free. If it's below $1, we charge 0.003 cents per share or $3 per thousand. On the international side, limit orders are free. Marketable orders are a half a penny per share.
Okay,
Alright.
now question, someone asked, can you trade abroad, stock markets abroad? Can you trade the Swedish stock market?
US only, equities
Oh,
and
US.
options.
Rameez, US only, okay? This is for expats who want access to the US stock market. That's what T0 is good at, okay?
Peter, I think you and I both echo the statement and the belief that the U.S. capital markets are the gold standard globally. And so, no, it's not just for expats. You know, people want to be involved in a place that has liquidity, that has regulation, that has, you know, the best companies in the world. So, and I know
Yeah.
I've heard you say that exact line. So, yeah,
Dan,
not just
pre-market,
expats.
Dan, pre-market, post-market, we can do. Yes.
Shorting starts, as does long sales, long purchases at 4 a.m. Eastern.
Okay, that's good. Now a couple more quick ones if we got. Options fees. What does an option contract cost, Dan?
Options, there's no commission. It's 49 cents a contract.
Oh, that's great. That's fantastic. Matt, give me a few more. I'm sure we missed a bunch.
Charting, any limits on technical indicators?
No. You can put as many as you want here. I think we have, I don't know, 60 or 70. You know, lots of the ones that, you know, from the last webinar, the moving averages, I don't remember the ones that you touched, David, but I think we have the ones that you guys use.
Okay, can someone open an account from Mongolia? Apparently, obviously, yes.
I think so.
Yeah. Look, guys, what Dan said is any country that's not being blocked now, which would probably be Iran, Russia, or North Korea, which we're in the midst of problems with, will be probably, look, if there's one in particular, there's a problem. I mean, look, we can't guarantee everybody there is, but globally, T0 gives access to the New York Stock Exchange for most people around the world.
Yes. We're members of the New York Stock Exchange. We're members of NASDAQ, a bunch of other exchanges. So the executions, the access should be amazing.
So you can trade NYSE, you can trade NASDAQ, you can trade options, you can trade ETFs.
Yep.
Let me see. I just saw one.
Penny stocks too. If people trade
withdrawal
penny
fees.
stocks.
Are there
So-
withdrawal fees, and how long does it take to get my money out and stuff like that there?
ACHs are free. Wires out. Domestic, I think, are 25. The international wires out are 50.
Okay, that's perfect. Great. A couple more, Matt.
Any plans to support
Futures
Futures?
is on a medium
futures
term
or
list.
commodities?
Yeah, futures medium term. In terms of product roadmap, second week of September, we're going to be coming out with our multi-leg options product. Right now, it's boring old buy to open, sell to close. Come second week of September, we're releasing our spread product. So that's the next asset class we're moving into. And then immediately thereafter, looking to launch our crypto offering.
All right, couple more, Matt.
How are we looking in terms of execution? Bracket orders, stop losses, stop orders?
Yes, all of
Good
them.
question.
Our range order, which is a bracketed order, one cancels other, borrowed from the futures world. You know, so if you're in a position, you can put in your long, you can put a range order, limit above, stop below. One side executes, the other side cancels. We've just released our day plus orders. So you can put an order in from 4 a.m. It persists until 8 p.m. Stop limits, stop markets, range orders, you know, and trailing stops are also coming in the next week or two.
Guys, range orders is all you need. All right. And you must do that on every single trade that you do. We're going to talk about that in a few minutes. 100%. All
You
right,
know
Matt, a
what?
couple more.
There's so many questions. Dan, you have access to all these questions that are flying by?
Yeah, if they're coming in the chat, I wasn't paying attention to the chat, but yeah,
Yeah,
I'll be happy to hit them off in the chat. Sure.
Okay, so guys, just so you know, Dan will look, if you guys put your emails in, and I'm sure he will connect with Roman, and you have further questions to connect with T0, or you want to open up an account, this is an opportunity to do that.
And just one thing, Pete, we're trade zero, not T0.
Sorry, Trade Zero.
This is an app web version on desktop version. Excellente. I'm sure we have 100 more questions. Let's do this, guys. Okay. Dan, let's post the email to get in touch with you with people who have any questions. Maybe it's different
Sure.
than the email that they want to open up accounts. I don't know. You tell me.
And then why don't we dip into a little TA, Davey, and then we'll circle back with Dan.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it. All right, guys.
Guys, thank you. This is awesome. I appreciate the opportunity to show
Dan,
you
our
folks
pleasure
what
to
we do.
have you here. This is the beginning of a beautiful relationship.
Agreed. Agreed.
Didn't Humphrey Bogart say that somewhere, somehow?
That was
Okay.
Lorraine Bacall. It's okay.
All right, guys, can everybody see my charts? Newbie question, how do I set up profit, take, and stop loss? We're going to talk about that.
That's what we're going to talk about, guys. All right, we're getting into the nitty gritty of TA, technical analysis, risk management. Guys, you're not going to get it all in the next 45 minutes or an hour. Please be patient. We're going to get into it as much as we can. We are available after this. There will be a recording. I'm reachable. David's reachable. We have all kinds of other things. We have a course we teach. We do master classes. And then we have this new relationship with Trade Zero. So just everyone be patient. Ask questions about what David's talking about. If you don't get your question answered, reach out to us. We can't get to 100 and something people all at the same time. Go get him, Dave.
Friend. Do you guys teach day trading? Do you teach swing trading as well? Yes, we teach swing trading. I'm going to show you a couple of those setups too. All right. Of the 100 and whatever people that are here tonight, how many of you are either actively trading on a part-time basis, trading on a full-time basis, or want to learn how to trade? Give me a 1. Type in some ones. Options, learning, good. Okay. Everybody, just about. Full-time, part-time, good, excellent, excellent, excellent. Almost everybody answered. Excellente. Okay. I want to talk a couple minutes about money management and trade management and psychology. All right. And I'll tell you guys right now that this will be the most important conversation you'll ever have about trading. Okay. Because trading is more between our ears than it is on the charts that you're looking at. I can teach anybody the technical analysis that we're going to talk about in a little bit, guys and girls. But if you don't have the proper money management and trade management, nothing's going to work. Okay. How many people in this room have been in a winning trade and ended up getting out of it for a loss? Give me a number 2. How many people in this room have been in a trade, it was going in their direction, and then they lost money?
There were more people that are on the call, Dave.
How many people, and we're going to do a 3 for this one. How many people have been having a wonderful day at 11 o'clock, gave all that money back, and ended up losing money? Give me
So
some
they
threes.
turned a winning day into a losing day. Wow. Okay. Well, you know what? You're in the right place, guys. You're
Yeah.
in the right place. You're about to hear from the master, David Green, on how never to turn a winning trade into a losing trade or a winning day into a losing day. The first thing David Green will teach you is to stop losing money. And then we'll try and teach you how to make a little bit.
Correct. Yeah, I lost 3,000 this misplaced stop order, and then the price went up 10 minutes later. All right, look, the things that we're going to talk about now, I have done, every trader has done this, okay? Yes,
Greed and-
greed and fear,
Greed.
100%.
Yeah. Wow.
I lost 15,000 on August 10th, only have 3 grand left. Okay. If you listen to what I'm going to say in the next 10 or 15 minutes, you will never have a big losing trade again, and you will never have a big losing day again. Okay? That's simple. And you will have a 50% better chance of being a successful trader than you did before you came into this room. And it is the hardest friggin' thing in the world that you will ever do. It just is, okay? Trading is more about what's in between our ears than what's on a chart that you're looking at. Like I said, I can teach anybody the technical analysis. We'll talk about that in a little bit, okay? The only way, guys, you can ever lose money on a trade, there's only one way. There's only one way you can have that big trade that wipes out half of your account, or 30 or 40 or 50% of your account. Let me get a little light going here. There we go. Every time we make a trade, okay? Yeah, I hit a wrong button today, Bruce. Today I closed open in 2020. Oh, you're very lucky in that. Every time I do a trade, and guys, we're talking about short-term trading, okay? I think we had 6 or 7 trades today. I think they all worked, and we made a total of like 12 or 13 points, whatever it was, it doesn't matter. We do not ever get into a position without worrying about how much money we're going to lose first, okay? We do not ever get into a position without worrying about how much money we are going to lose first. Let me just put something up here. Oops, BBBY. Let me get this up here.
You know what? Let me say one quick thing, Davey. So, ladies and gentlemen, the market is absolutely wild and crazy. The meme stocks are taking off again. We're just coming to the end of a wild earnings thing. The Federal Reserve talks again every 3-4 weeks. Interest rates are going up. The world is in a complete fury, inflation, recession, and all that crazy shit. Okay, so at any given day, there are pounds of information coming through the internet, millions of people telling you what stocks to buy, what to short, and absolutely everybody has an opinion. You know that story, right? Opinions are like whatever, everyone has one. We don't trade on opinion. We don't trade on Wall Street Bets or Reddit. We don't trade on Uncle Herbie telling me to buy it or short it. We don't care about any of that stuff. We care about one thing and one thing only, whether it sets up technically, 2 things, I guess, sets up the price action and technical analysis. David will teach you that. I don't care if it's a meme stock. We love the meme stocks. They're nothing more than trading vehicles, right? Stocks go up, they go down. We want to get in when we can, get out, we'll make a little money and never lose a lot of money. Go down.
That's it, 100%. So guys, as I was saying, you never, ever, ever get into any trade without having a stop order first, okay? Stop order is going to depend on the price of the stock. If you're in a $100 stock, usually use it like a 1% rule. I'll give it $1. If you're in a $50 stock, I'll give it 50 cents. It's not always exactly black and white. It depends on what the stocks are doing. But the bottom line is the only way you can lose money on a trade is if you buy it and keep buying it, or short it and keep shorting it. That's the only way you can. Big losses do not come by surprise. All right. You don't all of a sudden look up at your P&L and you're down $6,000. You know what's happening as it's happening. So every time you do a trade as a short-term trader, you put a stop order in on every single trade that you do. All right. That's it. There's no exceptions. If you just do that, guys, okay, you'll never have a big losing day because of what we're going to talk about next. All right. Second thing, never average into a trade, ever. If I'm looking to buy something on one of my moving averages, I buy it. If it doesn't work, I get out of the trade for a loss. When you average into a trade, again, is the only way you can ever lose a lot of money. How many people out there have bought a stock, watched it go down, didn't have a stop order, bought some more, didn't have a stop order, bought some more, and before you know it, you had a huge loss, right? Give me some 4s if you ever did that. I want to see some 4s. I like the number 4. We've all done that, right? We will come back, guys, from a losing day. We'll come back from a losing trade. I'll come back from 2 losing days in a row without question. But we're not coming back from those catastrophic losses. We're just not, okay? It puts you in the wrong frame of mind. You're going to blow up your trading account. No one who has ever traded with me or bought our course, guys, has blown up a trading account. We simply will never have enough losing trades for that to happen. We don't, okay? So we don't average into stocks. We have a stop order in every single trade we do. Number 3, You got to know when to stop trading, both when you're losing and when you're winning. Okay. There are going to be days where things don't work. It just happens. No matter how good your technical analysis is, there could be days that it's so volatile that things just don't work. And P.S. volatility is our friend. I want things to be as volatile as they possibly can.
Yes.
But there's going to be days when that happens. So if I ever have 3 maximum loss trades in one day, I'll give you an example. I'm a 100-share trader. Okay. I have a stop order of 50 cents, 50 cents, 50 cents. If I have 3 of those trades in a row where I lose 150 bucks, I'm done. I am done trading for the day. That's it. It's a bad day. We'll come back from that. 99.9% of the time, if you lose 3 trades in a row, I will guarantee you the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th trade are all going to be losers too, because you're going to start doing what you should not be doing, right? You're going to start. I've done that too, Kobe. Been with David for a year now. I learned how to stop out instead of adding in. One of the hardest things, but critical. It is. What we're talking about right now, guys and girls, is by far the hardest part of trading, and it's overlooked by too many people. 1 million people are going to tell you, buy this here, buy that there, sell that there, sell that there. If you don't have the simple rules we're talking about right now, you're not going to succeed. And by the way, guys, this doesn't take a long time to learn, okay? A long time to learn. This is not something where I ever want one of my traders coming to me and say, Dave, I don't understand the psychology and the trading rules you were talking about. It takes 2 minutes to learn, okay? Being able to follow it is a whole different ballgame, right? It's human nature. It's just hard, guys. You know, one of the biggest problems we have is what? Ego? Nobody wants to be wrong. I don't ever want to be wrong. I hate it every time I lose money. I don't enjoy it. But you know what? It's part of trading. It's going to happen. Losing trade doesn't make you a loser. If you have 10 losing trades in a row, then you're a loser, all right? You can't have a gambler's mentality. When I start talking about technical analysis in a few minutes, everything is about putting the odds in our favor when we get into a trade, okay? The reason why casinos never lose money is because every game you play, the odds is in their favor. And if you play long enough, you're going to lose because the odds are in their favor. If you use the proper money management and psychology and technical analysis, we make money on more trades than we lose. It's that simple. And our winning trades are greater than our losing trades, okay? Peter says this all the time, right? Oh, a guy came up to me last week. He said he made money on 90% of his trades. How'd you do? Well, I lost $50,000. Well, guess what? His first 9 trades, he did real good. And on a 10th trade, he lost $100,000. What good is it? Percentages don't mean anything. I could probably be 30% on all my trades, and I'm going to make money. 30% if you execute it properly, because I'm going to cut my losers very quickly and let my winners go until they tell me to get out of them. One of the biggest things that we all do, guys, and give me some 5s if you do this. We're up to 5 now. I want to see some 5s. You'll get out of winning trades too quickly and stay in losing trades too long. Every single person in this room is going to say that. I know it, right? And we have to do the exact opposite, guys. We have to do the exact opposite of that. We get out of our losers quickly and we hold on to our gainers until they tell us to get out of them. I'm going to show you some examples in a few minutes of how we manage our trades once we get in them, because that's just as important as getting in them, okay? And again, if I'm having a few losing trades, I'm done. More importantly, guys, never turn a winning day into a losing day. That is the worst feeling in the world. Never, ever, ever. It's the worst. Oh, God. I'm up $500 at 11 o'clock. I do one bad trade, I'm up 300. I do another bad trade, I'm up 200. Before I know it, I'm down 500. And then I'm looking in the mirror saying, how the heck did I do that today? Yet we do it, right? We do it. We do it all the time. Everybody who trades should have a goal in their mind. And I don't want you to trade to try to reach that goal. We will take what the market gives us, and that's very important. All right? Whatever trade set up for us to do, we're going to do. Some days we have one trade. There have been days, guys, where I sit with 50 people in my very private trading room and we talk to each other all day and nothing sets up for us to trade. You know how hard that is to do? To sit for 5.5 hours and not do anything? It's hard, okay? But then we have days like 3 days this week. I think we averaged 6 trades, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I think we had one loser out of the 18 trades. So it's all about being patient. It's all about being disciplined. Shannon's one of my traders. It's one of the hardest things to do. It just is. And I'm going to get into technical analysis in a minute. So
David, let me say one thing. A couple of people talked about that. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the odds are, and it's a fact, that probably about 90%, maybe more, of people who try and day trade lose money. They don't do it successfully. And if I were to ask all of you, as many hundred people as are on here who are struggling, right, who are losing money, and you may have done well in the past, and this market is ruthless. It's taken down some of the biggest traders we've seen, who've taken big losses, big haircuts. Bill Ackman took a $430 million haircut on Netflix. So we know it's not an easy market. But if I were to ask you, what are the biggest mistakes you're making? You will all say the same things. The people who are not trading successfully will do all the same mistakes. They don't have a plan when they get into a stock on how to get out. They don't use a stop order. They use a mental stop order. That is a huge mistake. They average into a bad position. They're not willing to take a small loss, but they're willing to take a large loss, because that's what ends up happening at the end of the day. They don't have a target amount of money when to turn the machine off on the good side and on the downside. These are the rules. May seem super simple, and they are, but that's the psychology in your head. You trade on FOMO, you trade on hope, bad strategies. You listen to the internet. When you hear a stock is going wild on the internet and you rush into it, trust me that you're buying into somebody who's been long it for a while and they're selling it. It's the old Jordan Belfort pump and dump. So the reason that people lose money is all for the same reasons. And we want you to become winners. We want to put the odds in your favor that you're going to make money more times than not. We want to teach you how to get the most out of your winners and the least out of your losers, and not to listen to that little voice in your head that says you've got diamond hands, that it's going to the moon. Uncle Herbie told me on the internet to buy it. Wall Street Bets and Reddit, they know the game. La. Someone said the Fed's going to raise it 50 basis points. I got to be long. The earnings are going to be good. I got to be long. The earnings are going to be bad. I got to be short. It's all horseshit. Excuse my language. We don't trade on any of that stuff. We follow the rules. You've got to be disciplined, consistent, and follow the rules. You can't use some of Dave's rules and some of your rules, because you'll end up giving all the money back. By listening to David tonight, you will put the odds in your favor. You will suddenly, tomorrow, we had a lady named Carmela. She was a very successful trader, but she used to have big wins, but even bigger losses. She came into our class. She learned that every morning she needs to set up a plan, how much she's going to make. And if she hits that goal, she turns her machine off. And every time if she makes a 1,000 or 2,000, whatever her goal is, she turns the machine off and goes home. She has been able to compile wonderful profits Monday through Friday every week, and never have those days where she made 1,000 and lost 10,000. That's what we're trying to prevent. You got it, David.
thank you, Peter. Yeah, again, so let's talk about the last rule, and then I want to get into,
Technical analysis.
yeah, no, I want to get to something that Matt put up here. It was great. Can't see it now, Matt. What do you do? Okay, last thing, guys. So I don't want you to trade a hit a goal. I have had people in my room, their goal is $500 to make in a day. Okay, they'll make $490 and they'll make 6 bad trades trying to make $10. Close is good enough, right? And your goal should be, guys. Okay, thank you, Dan. Guys, Dan just posted a link for 3 months of Zero Pro. Make sure everybody copies, paste it.
For free.
For free. Copy, paste it. All right. So I'm going to get into technical analysis. I just want to finish this, guys. Okay. If you abide by the rules I'm talking about right now, you have increased your chances of success by 50%. No question about it. Just by following these rules that we're talking about. So if you're a 100-share trader, your goal should be make $100 a day. If you're a 1,000-share trader, your goal should be make $1,000 a day. And you should never, ever lose more than that in a day. If you hit your goal, I tell everybody, go. Goodbye, get out of here. Okay? I think Monday and Tuesday of this week, we had 4 or 5 trades in the first hour of the day. My room emptied out. It was me and 6 other guys talking to each other all day because they did the right thing and they left. All right? So if you hit or come close to your goal, stop trading. If you're going to continue trade, we kick in what we call the 20% rule. The 20% rule means if you give back at any point during the day, 20% of your profits, you must turn off your machine and go home. So 4 things, guys. 1, have a stop order in every single trade that you do. Okay. 2, never average into a trade ever, 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 ever. 3, never turn a winning day into a losing day. 4, know when to stop when you're losing. And 5, know when to stop when you're making. That's it. It's black and white. You now have a 50-cent better chance of succeeding as a trader. That's it. It's not any more difficult than that. All right. That's money management, guys, in a nutshell. Now I spend, gosh, when I do my boot camp, I spend an entire day talking about this. That's how important it is. Is the new offer for clients only or for existing customers too? Dan, I don't think it's for existing customers. Come on, now, you're trying to double
If you're an
dip.
existing customer and you're here tonight, just send us an email tomorrow. We'll give you the next month for free. But the 3 months is for
New
folks.
customers.
Yep.
That's very nice of you, Dan.
Yep.
So you're getting a free month, Dot. There you go. 150% beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. All right. So Dan talked about opening up an account. I talked about how to stop losing money and technical and psychology. Let's talk about how we can start making some money now, right? Let's talk for a few minutes about technical analysis. I am going to share with everybody here all of the technical analysis that I use. Then I'm going to show you a couple of trading setups, and then we're going to open it up to questions for anybody about anything. All right, guys and girls. I do not have the Holy Grail. I'll say that right now. Sam, I'll say this. So Sam asked Matt, read that to me. I can't see anymore.
Sam asks, do you think that by technicals, you can also have the odds in your favor trading currency markets?
Anything that you guys can put a chart to and put our technical analysis in, it will work. This works with Bitcoin. This works with the indexes. It works with ETFs, okay? I want to show you guys a couple of technical analysis things that we used. And look, guys, we don't talk about how much money we make. When someone asked me earlier, can I see your P&L? The answer is no. You can't see my P&L. If you want to, you can come into my trading room and watch us trade live every single day. I think I have some people here who are in my room that are visiting, that are in my room, that can tell you how well they do. But it's nobody's business, right? My goal is to help everybody make money. That's my goal.
Correct.
That's what I
Correct.
want to do.
Green Day.
My
Green Day.
P&L makes absolutely no difference. It's not going to change my life whether I make money or lose money. But we consistently make money. That's the bottom line. I'm going to show you a chart, guys, of the spiders. Okay? SPY. Your room is very awesome. Just started this week. Thank you, Veronica. Thank you. Look, neither me nor Peter nor Dan, I was going to say through rain or sleet or snow, none of us guys are looking to just take money from people and abandon them. It's just not our style. It's not what we do. Okay? Anyone who trades with us, anyone who buys our course, you are part of our family. It's that simple. You have any problems with anything, you email me, you text me, you call Peter. Well, don't call, but you DM Peter. Whenever you have a problem with anything, you're part of our family. We're here to help you. We have made things as affordable as we possibly can. I can tell you this right now. Neither Peter nor I are retiring on the money we make for selling a $300 course. I can tell you that right now, okay? It's not happening. So we are here to help people. Brian said after trading full time, you go into submarine mode. If you have a good day, act like you'll be there again, no bragging. Yeah, look, my biggest thing, one of my biggest things in life is humility, all right? Nobody has to talk about how much money they make. That's why I hate all those people on TikTok that are posting, you know, I made 9,000 on this trade, 20,000 on this trade, 16,000 on this trade.
It's
Go read the
meaningless. It doesn't
disclaimer
matter.
where it says everything we do is hypothetical and for educational purposes only, because they're all full of it, okay? All right. This is a trade that enabled us guys to pick the recent bottom in the SPYs almost to the penny. So if you guys want, I'm going to post, or Roman, can you post the moving averages that we use? And or relative strength, post all the stuff that we use if you don't mind, Roman, so I don't have to do it. We're always starting looking for technical analysis, Kobe, on a 5-minute chart. But when we talked about swing trading earlier, when we're looking to go into a swing trade, all right, guys, there's your EMAs, 950, 915, 30, 65, and 200. Okay, there's your EMAs.
We
use a
use them
relative
because
strength
they
index
work.
set on 20 and 80. And we use pivot points. This, guys, we're looking at as a weekly chart. What that means is each one of these bars represents a week worth of trading in the Standard & Poor's 500. So I want to show you guys the first time we came down to our 65 EMA. Now, our 65 EMA and our 200 EMA are the strongest of the moving averages. 90% of the time, when something hits that for the first time, we're going to make a trade when it hits that. So this is a swing trade I'm talking about now. The first time the SPYs went from 480 to 421, guys, I want you to look at my 65 EMA here. Everybody see this gold line? Give me some sevens. I think we're up to 7. No, 6. Everybody see this gold line right here? Throw me some 6s. Okay.
And David did not put the lines in after the fact. Just so
Yeah,
you
guys, I didn't just put these lines in now.
know.
This was our 65 EMA. This was a swing trade. It was $421. 1 week later, the SPYs went from 421 to 458. We went up 38 points off this support level the next week. Swing trade. So again, you know, if you got in here at 421, here's my resistance around 445. Well, guess what, guys? That's 25 points in the spiders in 1 week. Okay. Second time something hits one of our levels, we're never making the trade. So only the first time something hits one of our levels are we making the trade. But check this out, ladies and gentlemen. Peter called me this day. We were talking about it. I was waiting for this level to hit for weeks and weeks and weeks. It took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 3 months for us to finally hit our 200 EMA on a weekly chart. 3 months. And you see when it hit this level, I don't think we broke that by 50 cents. After going down almost 20% in the market. Think about that, guys. How did a line in the chart stop that stock from going down anymore? Right?
Not
Well,
just
it
the
didn't,
stock,
but it was
David.
our
That was the
technical
whole market.
analysis.
That was the whole market, guys.
Yes, this was our technical analysis. So 463 was the level we got in. The low was 363. The low is 362.17. It broke a weekly level by 70 cents. Here was our little first resistance at 393. That's 30 points. You sell some there. This was big resistance that we got to about 415. That's 50 points. Okay. So part of the webinar that we talked about now is where do we think the markets are going from here? All right, here's what we're going to do, Alejandro. That is our 200 EMA, Calvin. Okay. So let me show you all of them. Usually they're going to go in size order. Let me go to a smaller time frame now. We'll go to a 5-minute chart. Here we go. Beautiful. Here's our 9 EMA, 15 EMA, 30 EMA, 65 EMA, and 200 EMA. Okay, there's all the moving averages lined up. So what the EMA showed, Duke, is either support or resistance. Okay, so when a stock is going up and it hits resistance, that's a spot we might want to short it. And when the stock is going down and hits support, that's a place where we might want to buy it. So all technical analysis, guys, is based on support and resistance. That's all it is. Where do I want to buy something and where do I want to sell something? Yeah, I can open it up for you a little bit, but it's not really important that now. I can make it bigger.
Why it's scrunched.
Yeah. It's okay. It's fine for now. So we're always starting on a 5-minute chart when we're looking for day trades. All right. A lot of people were talking about BBY, and I want to show you this one first time down. This was perfect. All right. So this is gorgeous, guys. Can you see this nice and clear now, Bruce?
Yeah.
Nice and clear, everybody. Give me some. What are we up to? 7? Give me some 7s.
Yeah, this
I'm
is
sure you can all see it. All right.
this is a meme stock. This is Bed Bath & Beyond.
Yes.
And there's a lot of news about it. There's a lot of meme about it, but that's not why we trade it. That's why it gets our attention. We don't trade it because Uncle Herbie told us to buy it. We don't short it because Jim Cramer told us to short it. We use our own technical analysis to determine entry point and price action using charting. That's all. We don't give a shit about anybody's opinion, what they think about all that stuff. To us, it is a financial instrument that we can trade using technical analysis. That's all. Slice and dice, make small bits of money. So at the end of the week, you've got more in your pocket.
Matt, read me All right, let me do my thing first and then we'll get all questions from everybody, okay?
Okay, do your thing.
These moving averages can be used for foreign, for commodities, for swing trading, anything that you can put a chart to, these will work. Okay, let me show you one more long-term one where we pick the bottom of Bitcoin. Guys like to trade Bitcoin? Check this out.
Pivot points.
Dave,
Same
real
chart.
quick, what are the dotted,
Happened
what are
at
the
the
dotted
same time.
horizontal lines?
Where's my monthly? Why don't I have it on here?
The dotted lines are pivot points. It's a financial, it is it's in your charting. It's a number, it's a formula that works. It shows support and resistance, KK. Camarilla.
Correct, Amanda. Meme stocks are stocks that go up for no fundamental reason. Let's just say that. Stocks that go up for no fundamental reason, for no other reason than a lot of people want to buy it or a lot of people want to short it. I'll show you a couple examples. So this BBY, guys, okay, has gone from $13 to $30 today in 3 days, okay, up 17 bucks. And I will guarantee you that more people lost money in this than made money. Guaranteed. So I want to show you, we're always starting on a 5-minute chart, guys, for our day trading. And if we have support or resistance on a 5-minute chart, I do not have to go any further. So this is a trade we made early in the morning that allowed a bunch of my guys to leave very early. We watched BBY this morning, okay? And this is when it first opened. Oh, no, this is 3 o'clock. Let me see if I got the earlier one. Hold on.
There it is.
There it is. Okay, perfect. And I think it was here also. We had 2 trades in this. Yeah. So this is the first trade we did. And these numbers change a little bit, guys. But we opened at $30. Okay. First of all, I don't think we could short the stock. I don't think it was available to short. But if you're trading with Dan, you'll be able to short this stock because you could have borrowed it.
All
right?
day, every day.
So there you go. Anyway, we missed the short, but we were trading at $30, guys. Look at our 200 EMA. We had a bid at $23.40, right on our 200 EMA. After it went down $6, we got in at $23.40. 5 minutes later, the stock went up $4. So let's talk about trade management when you get in a trade like this, okay? How do we get the most out of this trade? And by getting the most out of our trades, guys, it allows us, if we have more losing trades, to offset that, and we can have many more losers, which we don't have anyway. All right, I bought 100 shares at $23.50. I'm going to make it easy. I'm going to sell half of my trade for 50 cents because I always want to put money in a bank. Once I sell half of that trade, I'm bringing my stop order to break even. I can no longer lose money on that trade. Guys and girls, when you're in a trade, when you know you can't lose money anymore, it is the best feeling in the world.
Rule number one.
Nerves anymore. I'm not worried about anything. I cannot lose money. All right, so that's up 50 cents. Up $1, I will sell another 25% of my trade. That's $24.50. That is right here. Good. Raise my stop up to lock in a 50-cent profit now. The last 25% of my trade, I am not selling until my chart tells me to sell it. All right, let's go right here. First resistance is $26, let's call it. That's $2.50 on the last little bit of your trade. Do you know how many trades you can lose now that you made $2.50 on a little bit of the last part of the trade? That's why it is so important to learn trade management as well as money management, and as well as when you get in the stock. What good is it, guys, if I got in this stock at $23.50 and sold it all for 50 cents, on my next trade, I lose 50 cents. Where am I? I'm at zero. I'm at zero. Yes, Dot. We average out when we're in a good trade. Never average in when you're in a bad trade. Okay? Yes, Lucy, you can set that up in a bracket order. You can set it up with Dan's platform. Dan, what did you call that? Not a bracket order.
A range order. A range order.
So let's walk through it, guys. We buy at $23.50. Okay. You put your stop order goes in immediately at 23, and you put 50% of your trade at 24. That's executed immediately. Boom. It's done. Okay. Now you still have 50% of your trade. Sell 25% for $1 and let it go until it tells you to get out. This is how we're going to get the most out of our winning trades. And it's okay then if we have a couple of losing trades. All
Now,
right.
you know, David, let me
Yeah,
just say, guys and girls, there are a million people in the crazy city who got into the stock for any number of different reasons on FOMO. Look at the volume, right? Who got in it at some price, whether it was too high or too low, it didn't even matter. They got in it. They had $1 profit. They didn't use a stop order. They had $1 profit. They had a $2 profit. They thought they had diamond hands. They reached out to a buddy on the internet and said, it's going to the moon. It's going to 30. It's a meme stock. You got to be in it, right? Next thing you know, they go to get a coffee. They come back to their thing. They had never put in a stop. They had averaged into the trade because it'd come in a little bit, and they were suddenly wrong, long and had lost money. We get in a stock, we use a stop order, we get out immediately out of some, we get the most out of our winners, the least out of our losers. If it goes against us, we're out on a small loss. And then we don't look back. We don't trade. We don't drive it looking in the rearview mirror. We're here to make small bits of money over and over again. That's the definition of day trading. There are a million people who got in at 25, watched it go to 30, held it, and I guarantee you there are people sitting here at home tonight because what came out after the close was that our friend over there, the CEO of GameStop, decided to say after the close today that he was going to sell the 11.9% of BBBY that he owns, and the stock is trading at 19 after hours, and it looks like it's probably going to go down even lower. So there are people, the people who don't know David Green, who don't know me or don't know Dan, who are not on this call, who are listening to the internet for their financial advice, who bought it at 25, it got to 30, they never took a profit, never put in a stop order, held it because some schnutz on the internet told them it's going to 40. I heard people say all over the internet today, the target price is $80. After hours, it was trading at 23. It's now trading at 19, and they are blown up their trading account. That's what most people did today in the stock, as opposed to making 50 cents, $1, $1.50, $2. They're out of the trade. They've got green on the screen, and they get to live another day and trade tomorrow. That's what only a few people did. 90% of the people bought it at 25, watch it go to 30. They're holding it at 19, and now they're holding Herman. That's the difference between somebody who does this successfully and somebody who doesn't. Sorry, didn't mean to get all excited.
guys, I mean, this was another one today too. And whenever I'm in my trading room, I'm always telling everybody when we see these things, okay, this is not going to end well. And I can tell you that 90% of the time I'm right, because I've seen this movie about, I don't know, 500,000 times in the last 35 years, right? Yep. And it doesn't, okay? All right, a couple of things. Let's talk about stop orders for a minute. Bruce asked, and Nico asked, and Pam asked, okay? So I always put a stop order in based on a stock at a price. And I usually don't want to get into any trade that I have to risk more than $1 on. Sometimes we'll trade Tesla, and I love trading Tesla, but I'll cut my size instead of doing 100 shares to 25 shares, and I'll give it, $3 instead of giving it $1 that I would in a regular stock. But 1% is a good usual indicator, okay? If I'm in a stock between $25 and $50, I'm probably going to give it 50 cents. And anything between, 50 and 100 or 100 and above, usually $1. It's not that black and white. It depends on what stock we're trading, okay? Depends on the volume in the stock. So it changes a little bit, right? The RSI settings are 20 and 80, Jorge, okay? 20 and 80. All right, this is another one today, guys, Sava. And Sava has a history of doing crazy wackadoodle stuff like this. It is a drug company. They go crazy. It just happens every once in a while. This stock went this morning from 24 to 35. Guess where it ended up, guys? 24. You want to bet that a lot more people lost money in this than made money? I guarantee it. I guarantee it. Okay?
I remember
this set up for us technically, guys, for a short. I want to show you something. I'll talk about relative strength for a minute. Okay. Look at the relative strength in this stock. It got to 92 on this bar. So we know that a stock is overbought if it gets to 80 or above. That's what relative strength is, guys. If we get to 80 or higher, a stock is said to be overbought. And if we get to 20 or lower, it's thought to be oversold. Okay. This stock had a 93 RSI at this point. A stock is not going to stay at a 93 RSI without having some kind of pullback. All right. Do I have to start selling it all the way up here to get in it? No. As soon as I see this red bar, which is around $34, that's my target to get in it. My stop order goes at the high sale. And about 20 minutes later, we make $6 on that trade. $6. This was our first support coming down. You're in it around 34. All right, we have a little support at 30. I'll buy half there. And our next support was around 29. That's a $5 trade. Okay. All based on technical analysis. It told me to get in when it had a 90 RSI and I got a reversal bar. All right. That's it. We always start on a 5-minute chart when I'm looking for a day trading setup, always. And we expand our time frame if we don't have anything to look at on a 5-minute chart. Guys and girls, I can talk to you guys forever about technical analysis. Okay. So I want to spend, I'm going to let Peter spend a few minutes talking about the course. How do we use volume when trading? What does it mean? All right, before we do that, Matt, let's take a few questions. All right. We'll take a few questions and then we'll talk about the course. Nobody leave yet, guys, because I got something that I'm going to offer everybody that you don't want to miss. Okay. Hit me, Matt.
Yeah, let's just take that one from Darius while we're here. How do we use volume when trading? What does it mean?
All right. I am not particularly concerned with, yes, leave pre-market data on, Frank. Okay. I am not particularly concerned with volume when I'm trading, but I will never trade a stock that doesn't have at least 1 million shares of average daily volume. And I can tell you, Darius, that every stock we look at, no matter what it is we're trading, most of our stocks average between 10 and 100 million shares a day. So it's not a consideration. Okay. Not a consideration in most of the stocks that we're looking at. Look, we get a lot of trades in the Standard & Poor's and the SPY. I love trading this. And I'll never have more than a 50-cent stop in the spiders, even though it's a $400 stock, because I know in that stock, if I'm wrong by more than 50 cents, I'm wrong. And I'm going to get out of it. This guy set up today, most of the day anyway. Let's see. Yeah, this was nice. This set up today after like 11 o'clock for a beautiful uptrend for most of the afternoon until it got to a big resistance level over here. Could not get above that 429 level and went down for the rest of the day. Pivot points go in automatically if you're using Thinkorswim for charting, which I really, really suggest that everybody does. It does not cost anything to have Thinkorswim for charting. You get live trading. It costs nothing. It's what we all use, and I think it's just phenomenal. Pivot points, again, go in automatically. All right, Matt, we're going to take like 2 or 3 questions, and then we'll move on.
Okay, had one come in from earlier. How did you come up with these technical indicators?
Great question. Great question. Trial and error. That's simple. You know, it took a long time to figure out what works, and not only what works, but what works for our style of trading. It took a long time. It just took trial and error. And I will tell everybody that if you use this in combination with everything else that we talked about, you're going to have more winning trades than losing trades if you follow all the rules. Okay. Let me see. In class, you said 9 and 15 works best for trend trade, and that's true. I use it all the time. Here, I'm using the 30. I would never use a 30 for a trend trade. If I said that, I made a mistake. I think it was just for a regular moving average trade, Caesar, that I'll use the 30 EMA. Yes. Can we get pivot points in T0? Good question. Dan, can they get pivot points in T0? Again, guys, even if you, and I want you guys all to sign up for your accounts with T0, you can still have Thinkorswim for charting. And Dan's not telling you have to use that charting service. Okay? Trade zero. I said it again. I said T0. Peter, you got me saying it, you son of a beeswax. What do I mean by a trend day? A trend day is when a stock or an ETF or whatever it is goes in one direction for a long period of time. That's what a trend day is. You know, if we look at the spiders from yesterday, look how from 11 o'clock on, just did nothing but go up for the rest of the day. That is a trend. Okay. All right, Matt, let's do 1 or 2 more.
Do you use pivot points independently, or do they interact with your moving averages also?
Interact with the moving averages. I will use a pivot point when I don't have a moving average. So in other words, when a stock goes up to a resistance level and hits a pivot point, I might short it there. Usually pivot points are going to be further away from your moving averages and set up for better trades, without a doubt, without question. No similar pivot points. I do not use Trading View, guys. Classics, classic. We do use Fibonacci's in our trading room, 100%. Pivot points is just a function of going into your studies, edit studies, and finding pivot points. You can use this on range days, absolutely. Yes. You can use it with other options, Kevin, 100%. It works with options. Yes, 1,000,000%. All right, guys, we can sit here. Do I observe candle patterns? Occasionally, Thiago. Occasionally, I might look for a cup and handle or I don't know, whatever they are. Occasionally I will, but mostly for longer term stuff. Okay. I use Think or Swim for charting, guys. Think or swim. Think or swim, think or swim, think or swim. I don't use VWAP heavily. Not really. I don't use it heavily. Head and Shoulders, yes, all that stuff. All that stuff. All right, guys and girls. I am going to put this up for you guys right now. Give me 1 second. Again, we could sit here talking all night about everything, and I would like nothing better. And we will at some point. What I'm going to do, guys, is Peter's going to come on and talk about the course for a few minutes. You're disabled? We know that, Peter. Where's Peter? Can we get him back, Matt or Roman? There he is.
We knew I was disabled. Thank you.
I'm going to let Peter, guys, and again, okay, we are doing this to help people. I urge you to get involved with us. We are making this as affordable as we possibly can. I will add one thing to Peter's presentation, guys, okay? This is our course. Peter's going to talk about it now. Anyone who purchases our course, I am going to include a week for free in my trading room, okay? 5 days for free in my trading room. We will accelerate the course 50 times in that week. My strong suggestion is you purchase the course. We are selling this for half of what we were, okay? You purchase the course, you study the course a little bit, you come into my private trading room, and we will get you 50 times ahead of where you were. All right, Pete, go ahead, take it away.
Hi, guys. Super important. Okay, right now, right in front of you, what David's showing you is our course at Wall Street Global Trading Academy. David Green and I, March 2020, right? We saw the opportunity. We saw millions and millions of new retail traders come into the community. We knew they're going to be the future of the trading investment world. But we also knew that they did not have the facts. They did not have the lessons. They did not know what David and I knew. So we decided to curate a course. The course is 9 hours, 21 videos, everything from the language of the stock market, technical analysis, chart setups, the 5 technical analysis trades, swing trading, option trading, everything you need to know from being a zero to a hero. If you've been a struggling day trader and you just can't get it with this new market, which is volatile, wild, and crazy. If you've never done this before and you're brand spanking new, if you've been around for a long time and you're just struggling up against this market, which has taken down some of the grades, we are here for you. Our secret sauce is everybody who buys our course. It used to be $499 for 2 years. We have there will be no recession special, $299. You buy the course, you own the course. It's yours forever. You watch it on your own time. Every Thursday night, you will get an invite to our live free Zoom. David Green and I do a Q&A every Thursday night. If you can't make the Thursday night, it's recorded. We've basically, over the last 2 years, gone over the whole course live every Thursday night. Everybody who buys the course now gets the benefit of 2 years of Q&As that have been recorded, 100 hours of content that will live in the archives of the course you buy today. And David just offered this to you. Buy the course, check it out. It's $299, and it comes with lifetime mentoring and coaching. We will be there for you every Thursday night. You buy the course, it's a one-time charge. It's not a monthly thing. It's a one-time charge. It's 9 hours, 21 videos, everything you could ever want to know about day trading and learning how to trade this market successfully. Okay, this is not easy, but it's really simple. This is broken down to you. The videos are fun. There are no slides. It's not boring. It's me talking, moderating, and being your host. It's David Green teaching. And then every Thursday night, we go on live with all our students together. It's a family, and we coach and mentor you. If there's, look, there are a lot of people who are on here now who have been with us on master classes, have been in our course, have been with David Green trading the markets live. We have something out there for everybody. David Green just said to you, if you buy the course tonight for $299, you own it. You get the lifetime mentoring and coaching. You also will get a free week in David Green's room. Trading the markets live with David Green. Trust me, that is an amazing thing. It's like a bowl of soup at Mendy's, Jerry. It's unbelievable. You will absolutely love it. So we're bringing you in with Trade Zero. If you are from abroad and you want to open up a trading account, reach out to Dan. He'll take care of you. He offered you 1 month if you're an already existing member. He offered you 3 months of the platinum version for free if you want to join and check out the whole thing. Then you've got us, our course. You got a free webinar tonight to give you just a tickle of what we do. We can't teach you everything in an hour and a half. But in the course, we teach you absolutely everything. And then we'll live free mentor you every Thursday night. And we'll carry you through this, coach you, mentoring you, going forward till the end of time. I've been on the market for 137 years. David's in there for 37 years. We're sure Dan's been there for a bunch of decades. We have fun. We teach you. Our motivation is, you've all been invited to this party now after 100 years of barrier to entry, right? Everybody with $100 in an iPhone can get involved in the market. Now, if you get $2,500 and trade zero, you can get some margin and trade this market. And now for $299, you can buy the course, get lifetime coaching and mentoring, and be with us every Thursday night and get a course which is so much fun. It's so exciting. It's accessible, fun, and affordable. So check it out. That's all. We gave you a taste of it today. You got to see David. So look, ladies and gentlemen, there's going to be meme stocks till the end of time. There's going to be volatility till the end of the time. There's going to be Federal Reserve. The world is absolutely in a wild state of flux. And the market has shown us that it is amazing an opportunity to learn. The landscape we're in right now is extraordinary. I always say it. If you want to be a fireman, you move to Iowa and there are no fires for the first year. It's a boring job. You're going to either, get a job at IHOP, or you're going to just leave your job. Here, if you want to be a day trader, the landscape and environment to learn how to day trade now, with the volatility, with the candlesticks, with the market going up 400 points, down 300 points, up 1,000, down 1,000. We have basically had for the first 6 months of this year, not one morning where the market has moved at least 0.5% or a percent. We've had reversals of down 1,000 and we closed the market up 200 points. This volatility is a gift. It is an opportunity every day if you know technical analysis, if you know how to use a stop order, if you know the rules David taught you, and you never turn a winning trade into a losing trade. All the things David taught you will put the probability in your favor that you'll stop losing a shitload of money and start making a little bit of money every day, $100 a day, $500 a week, $2,000 a month. If you grow, this is scalable, ladies and gentlemen. You start with 1 share, 10 shares, 100 shares. You can scale it as much as the work you put into it is what you will get out of it. So join us. Check out T0 if you're from abroad, Trade Zero if you're from abroad, and open up an account there. If you want to learn more of what we taught you tonight, we just gave you a little bit of a tickle, but I know your mouth is watering because you want to stop losing money and make a bunch of money. Join us. $299, WSGTA.com. Check it out, download, buy the course, and everybody who buys the course tonight, if you can't get a hold of Roman, you DM me the word green. I will make sure you get a free week in David Green's trading room. And I'm done.
Pete, just a couple of things I want to end with, because I still think people asking a lot of the same questions, guys. Anyone who purchases a course, you'll come and you'll hang out with me for 5 days. We will trade the markets live. Okay. Kevin, once you have bought the course, Roman will know, you email, and then he'll give you the link to come into my room. Okay. For those who can't deploy now, but will later in the future want to join his trading room, guys, yes, anyone who is here tonight, this price will never change for you. Okay. Even if we raise the price after this, anyone who is here tonight, this price will never go up from you. All right. We're not going to leave it at $299 forever, because you're talking about 10 hours of information. You're talking about getting me to Peter live every Thursday night. And you're talking about getting to spend a week in the trading room. So we're not going to leave it there forever. And trust me when I tell you, we're selling this for $299. I think me and Peter make about $9 each per course. All right. So nobody's getting rich doing this. I can tell you right now. I do this because I love doing it. Pete does it because he loves doing it. There's nothing I would rather do than wake up and trade every morning So how do you know I was in the call by email? Yes, Khalid. Yes. Roman keeps track of everything, okay? Everything. The last thing I want to say is I want to thank Dan. I bought the course on July 29, 2022. Hold on. Can I still join that? William, if you have not spent a week with me, yes, send Roman an email and you'll come in for a week, okay? Yes. How can we get permanent trading time with David Green? Come hang out for 5 days. We'll talk about that after that. All right. You might not want to hang out with me after 5 days. All right. Look, some people come into the room and they don't love it. Some people come in the room and they never leave. All right. So totally up to you guys. I want to thank Dan. And I got to tell you, Dan, I am very excited about hooking up with you guys.
Likewise.
I really am. Me and Peter do not do a lot of collaborations. We're very careful who we hook up with. And I can say without hesitation that I am really happy that we got to hook up with you guys. Dan.
Likewise.
And thank you
And
so much.
if I could, Dave, Peter, again, thank you. And folks, you know, it's about education. It's about having the right access to the markets. It's about having the right tools. I think we've checked all three of those boxes tonight in a collaborative way. And I'm looking forward to helping any of you that have questions related to our service. And I highly encourage folks to try these guys' course. I am a buyer of the course myself, and I've been doing this a long time. They really spoke to me in a way that I could understand, digest, and potentially adapt to these strategies. So again, thank you guys, and thank you all for your time and for your listening.
Thank
you
you,
know
Dan.
what? One more thing I forgot about, guys. If you don't like the course, we'll give you your money back. How
There
about
you go.
that?
Forget
You got a
about it.
30-day money back guarantee. If you don't like
That's
it,
great.
we're giving you
That's
money
great.
back. I
Yep.
think we have had, of the thousands of courses we sold, maybe 5 or 6 returns. I don't even know if it's that much, but it's very, very few. You will certainly get your money's worth. I can tell you that much right now. Look, the few people who have bought the course and spent some time with me, you can see what they're all setting up there. I've been with Dave for 3 days. It's pretty good. I think, who was that? I don't know, someone who just joined us, like paid for 6 months in the room and they were with us for 3 days. I just bought it, Pompano Beach Fed. Good. I don't have money, James. Someday you will, God willing. You'll be okay and you'll get it.
Yeah.
The recording again for tonight, guys and girls, that's who it is, Robert. Yes. Yeah, I think Robert's been with us a couple of days, trading very, very small. I think he's made a few $100, right? Nothing big, nothing small. He's trading 20 shares, 25 shares. Yeah, I think he made a couple of $100 in the paid for a month in the room in the last couple of days, right? It was beautiful. What are the live trading times? Okay, this is good. I open my trading room up at 8:30. Well, I open it up at 7:30 every day. We start with our morning meeting at 8:30 every day, and we start trading the markets live at 9:30. If there's stuff going on earlier, we'll start trading early. Well, so that's why, guys, listen, if you buy this course for $300 and spend a week with me in a room, we are going to get you well on the way to go. Well.
Yeah.
Bruce, I was on a Benzica trading. Are you going to send me a link to join you tomorrow and next week? Bruce, did you send me an email? I might just not have seen the email yet. All right, I'll go check it out. You know what, though? Send Roman, post your email, because I'll probably forget, Bruce. Bruce, do me a favor, send Roman an email. And Roman, when you get an email from Bruce, just give him the link.
Later, John.
Okay.
Hey guys,
Please.
let me do a little wrap up.
I'm going to let you wrap everything up, all right? Just give me 1 minute. Robert, he's made my money back from the course already. Boom. All right, a couple of people asking this. One more thing. Where can we find tonight's recording? Last thing I'm going to ask you, Roman.
Wall Street Global Trading Academy.com YouTube in 24 hours, ladies and gentlemen.
There was an offer for Benzica boot camp people. Yes, that's what Bruce is talking about. I'm going to take care of Bruce. Yeah, I did a Benzica boot camp today with over 1,000 people. I think like 45 people wanted to come into my room, and they're coming in starting tomorrow and tomorrow. Okay, so you got the recordings. I am done. I'm exhausted. Guys, I say peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. It was my pleasure to be here with you guys. Trust me when I tell you, we have only scratched the surface. It was my pleasure to be here with everybody. Thank you, Dan. Thank you, Matt.
Guys.
Thank you, Roman. Peter, take it away.
Thanks, everybody. Dan, thank you once again, everyone. Please, If you need access to markets from around the world, reach out to Dan, and he's a customer service gangster. He'll take care of you.
That's
On
right.
top, bring up free stuff. And look, I know that was wild. I loved watching that because, first of all, finding a locate on short stocks that are difficult is hard. And just that whole process seemed easy. People want easy access, the logistics to be simple. That's great. Also, people who are abroad and don't have 25 grand need access to the market. So, Dan, we thank you for that. We're really excited about this collab. We are recommending these people. Trade Zero, okay? They're not here just by chance. They didn't just walk on the doors, knock on the door, and say, we want to talk. We've been talking about this for a while. We endorse them in the highest order. David Green, the Green Room Live, one of the great teachers, technicians in the space. I am with him. He is my friend, my mentor. I've known him for 37 years. I endorse him to the max. Look, a lot of people know technical analysis. We didn't friggin' invent this, but not everybody can trade it. Okay, we're not the guys who are going to charge you $7.99 a month to give you a bunch of target stocks that we think you should buy. We already own them, and we're going to pump and dump them. We're here to teach you. Our motivation is to put the odds in your favor that you can make money. Look, we found something we love to do. Right? That is trading the market. David always says it. For us, going to work every day is like the Super Bowl, ladies and gentlemen. Tom Brady's got nothing on me and David Green. We love what we do. Now we found another thing we love to do, which is to create, motivate, and inspire the next generation of the investment community to get out there and make some money. We know there are millions of new people trading this market every day. The whole memes phenomenon and generation that happened around COVID and whatnot, 9 out of 10 of them have blown up their trading accounts, and they're going to continue to the more the market gets volatile and memeified. We can help you stop losing money. We can help you learn how to make a little bit of money. That's what we do. You got a little taste of it tonight. I beg of you all to go check out the course. Look, it was for $4.99 for 2 years. We have the Never a Recession special, $2.99. Our secret sauce is we will coach and mentor you going forward. If all of this has been completely baffling to you, whether the Trade Zero part, the David Green part, or the course, DM me on Instagram. I'm easily accessible. I'm up all night reading the DMs. I will answer you and tell you. DM me with the word green or Trade Zero, or you need access to something and you need an explanation of what this whole bunch of wild, fun, babbling stuff is about. I will reach out to you. I answer everybody. It won't be a bot. It'll be me. You know, you'll say, what are you doing up at 2:30 in the morning? That's what I do. Anyway, we're so happy you came tonight. This is just a little taste of what we do. If you want more, check out Dan and Trade Zero. If you want more about the course, check it out. It's $2.99. We're giving it away. And if you need anything else, reach out to me or David Green, and we're here to help you. I love you all. Dan, great. Check out Trade Zero, everybody. We love you all. There's so many people who are with us, who work with us every week, and they really, everyone's getting a lot out of this. We have a whole lot of fun. And look, if you don't have the money and you want to be entertained, I put out videos absolutely every night on my Instagram page about what the market's doing. I am a forensic analyst of this market. I will inspire you to go out there and find, whether you go out there and sell lemonade on the corner to get $200 to join our team, you're going to do it. Trust me. Check it out every day. If you haven't figured this all out, on my Instagram page, I have a link tree. If you go to the link tree, there's a market in turmoil, Trade Zero collab tonight. You can go on there and you'll find a way to access me, DM me, buy the course, do whatever you got to do. Einstein of Wall Street, Richard. Einstein of Wall Street, WALLST. Join us. Love you all. We're out of here. Dan, have a good night. Sleep
Good night,
well.
guys. Be well. Thank you. Later.
Thank you. Thank you, Roman. Thank you, everyone.
Good night.
Cheers, guys.